Let's genocide humanity.
Get ready for a revelation that will shake your beliefs. The iconic billionaire and visionary Elon Musk has just made an announcement that promises to turn heads and open minds. In today's video, we dive deep into Musk's words about the Rapture, an event he believes is imminently near. This isn't just any conversation. It's a journey through an extraordinary vision that might change the way you see the world. Interestingly, the word rapture is not found in the New Testament. In his first letter to the Thessalonians, Apostle Paul mentioned that the Lord will descend from heaven and a trumpet will sound. Then the faithful dead will rise. After this, the living faithful will also be taken, or raptured, to meet the Lord in the air. The Gospels of Mark, Matthew, and Luke also speak about Jesus' return to earth, coming from heaven with great power and glory. There are different interpretations of the rapture, like the amillennial view, which rejects the notion of a literal 1,000-year reign of Jesus Christ on earth after his return, mentioned in Revelation chapter 20. Some believe the rapture will occur before a period of tribulation on earth, while others think it will happen after this period. This belief is sometimes associated with dispensationalism, the idea that God establishes new agreements with his people from time to time. Throughout Christian history, there have been writings and ideas about the end times, often referred to as apocalyptic literature and millenarian thought. These concepts have captivated the imagination of Christians, although they have been interpreted in different ways and, in some cases, rejected. For example, the Futurism movement in the 16th century emphasized that the end-time prophecy mentioned in scriptures would be fulfilled in the future, with events like the rise of the Antichrist and the return of Christ. Historical events also influence these ideas. For instance, when the Puritans founded the Massachusetts Bay Colony, they believed they were creating a special place for the second coming of Christ. Later, during the Great Awakening and the Second Great Awakening in the United States, a surge of evangelical fervor promoted beliefs about the millennium, a new dispensation, and the imminent return of Christ. A prominent figure of that time was William Miller, who predicted the second coming for 1843, leading to the formation of Adventist churches. The concept of the rapture persisted throughout the 19th and 20th centuries, gaining popularity among some evangelical and fundamentalist Christians and even spreading to other Christian and non-Christian religious movements. During the Cold War, the fear of nuclear war intensified interest in prophecies about the rapture. The idea also became prevalent in popular culture, especially as the year 2000 approached, with millenarian excitement. For instance, the illustrated tracts of evangelist Jack Chick in the Left Behind's novel and film series played a role in this. Moreover, there were predictions about specific dates for the rapture, like those made by American evangelist Harold Camping in 2011. These beliefs continued to proliferate in the late 20th and early 21st centuries. But what did billionaire Elon Musk say about the rapture and Jesus? In an interview with the Babylon Bee, Tesla co-founder and CEO Elon Musk spoke about Jesus Christ and religion seriously and thoughtfully. When asked if he accepted Jesus as his Lord and Savior, Elon replied, "I agree with the principles that Jesus advocated. There's some great wisdom in Jesus' teachings, and I agree with those teachings." He highlighted important teachings like turning the other cheeks instead of seeking revenge, emphasizing forgiveness, and treating others as we would like to be treated. Elon said that loving your neighbor as yourself is crucial. This is the idea of Jesus saving people, saying, "Sure, I'll be saved, why not?" While he mentioned being baptized as a child, he admitted having many questions about God, faith, and the stories of Jesus in the Bible. Though not strongly religious, he mentioned praying for this opportunity. As for the significance of this topic, Elon believed it was a positive achievement for humanity. He said, "This is something the whole world can have some pleasure in, and really look at it as an accomplishment of humanity in challenging times, with few good news." He hoped it would be universally celebrated and brighten people's day, regardless of their location on it. What exactly is the purpose of the rapture in God's redemptive plan? God's plan is to fix what was broken due to Adam's actions and restore the proper order in creation through humanity connected to him. The resurrection of the faithful is part of that restoration, as mentioned in Romans 18:23. The rapture plays a role in this process of restoration. However, before the return of Christ and the establishment of his kingdom, Scriptures say God will pour out his wrath on those opposing his rule. The church is promised protection against this wrath, and the rapture is how it is safeguarded. Now comes the big question. When will the rapture happen? The timing of the rapture in relation to the tribulation is a much debated topic among Christians and has been a point of controversy throughout history. While we don't know the exact time of Jesus' return, the Bible offers three main possibilities. The first view is pre-tribulation, which suggests that the rapture will occur before the 7-year tribulation period begins. Many Christians hold this belief because it means they won't have to endure the suffering and hardships during that time. Early Christians eagerly awaited Jesus' return, believing it could happen at any moment. It's essential to understand that no specific prophetic event must occur before the rapture. It can happen at any moment. In the mid-tribulation view, scholars have proposed that the rapture occurs 3.5 years after a peace treaty secures Israel's safety. The first 3.5 years of the tribulation would be relatively peaceful for believers. According to this perspective, the rapture comes first, followed by the breaking of the peace treaty, leading to the pouring out of God's wrath through the seals, trumpets, and bowls. Both the pre-tribulation and mid-tribulation views find support in scriptures, making them plausible interpretations. The important thing is to remain vigilant and ready for Jesus' return, regardless of the timing of the rapture. Let's talk about the final third position. The third perspective on the timing of the rapture is called post-tribulation. According to this view, the rapture will happen simultaneously with Jesus' second coming. However, we believe this scenario is unlikely due to significant differences between the rapture and the second coming. It includes the fact that during the rapture, the faithful will meet the Lord in the air, as mentioned in 1 Thessalonians 4:17. On the other hand, in the second coming, the faithful will return to earth with the Lord, as described in Revelation 19:14. Additionally, the second coming occurs after the great and terrible period of tribulation, as described in Revelation chapter 6. However, the rapture happens before the start of the tribulation, as indicated in 1 Thessalonians 5:9 and Revelation 3. The rapture is described as a rescue mission, taking the faithful away from earth, while the second coming involves the removal of unbelievers as an act of judgment, as in Matthew 20:40-41. Furthermore, the rapture will be a secret and instant event, as described in 1 Corinthians 15:54. In contrast, the second coming will be visible to all, as revealed in Revelation 1:7 and Matthew 24:29-30. Finally, Christ's second coming will only occur after certain end-times events take place, as in 2 Thessalonians 2:4, Matthew 20:30, and Revelation chapters 6-18. However, the rapture can happen at any moment. It's imminent, as indicated in Titus 2:13, 1 Thessalonians 4:13-18, and 1 Corinthians 15:54. So, is the rapture near? Comment below your opinions and subscribe for more content. But always remember, trust in the Lord and believe in Him, for He will not only guide us through the storm but also lift us above it. God empowers us to overcome adversities. He will give us the energy needed, allowing us to go beyond what we thought was possible. He will give us the ability to keep moving forward. When you're exhausted, God will give you strength to run, not to run from Him, but to run towards Him. If you wait on the Lord, He will give you the endurance needed to keep walking, even when you think you can't take another step. True victory isn't about how fast you run, but the distance you can walk. God is too wise to be mistaken. God is too good to be cruel. So when you don't understand, when you can't see His plan, when you can't trace His path, trust in His heart. You can trust in His heart today in your waiting. I hope you found this topic as fascinating as I did. For more intriguing content like this, don't forget to subscribe.